What's up, guys? LQ here with the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that I love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, and TV shows. And right now I'm going to give you guys my review of Late Night with the Devil. Now, this is a movie that wasn't on my radar at all. Not even a little. And then I started watching other YouTube pundits giving it praise. A lot of them loved it. And I was like, man, maybe I should check this out. I like demon possession movies. I'm a big fan of the Conjuring universe. I typically stay away from satanic stuff. That's strictly a personal choice based on my own personal belief system. If you're into that kind of stuff, more power to you. It's just stuff that I typically stay away from. But hauntings, ghost stories, demon possessions, none of that really bothers me. And so the phrase "late night with the devil" that gave me some pause. But then I thought, you know what? There is enough people who are praising this movie as reinventing the found footage genre. I have to check this out, and I'm really glad that I did. This was a really good movie. Um, it does, in its own way, take the found footage genre and reinvent it. You feel the entire movie, for the most part, like you're watching a late night show. And where this guy who's trying to get ratings brings on the wrong guest on the wrong day, happens to bring on a possessed child, and it does not go well. This movie does a great job of ratcheting up the tension. The stakes keep getting higher and higher as the movie goes on. I love the scenes that are filmed during commercial breaks in black and white. You can really feel during those scenes also how the tension is rising and rising, and people are starting to realize there's something not right here. I love the backstory for our lead character and what the backstory means for the overall narrative. And I feel like they wove his story in with his guest stories. I feel like they wove those together seamlessly. The movie was great. There was a very thrilling climax where the demon ends up attacking some people, and then it kind of veers off a little bit, and it becomes something different for maybe the last 5 or 10 minutes of the film. I wasn't as high on the last few minutes as a lot of people were. Even though those minutes are the minutes that really do a good job of tying everything together, those are also the minutes that kind of take me out of the narrative. It kind of takes me out of this being a found footage story, and it becomes something a little different. I wish they would have found a way to sell those last 5 or 10 minutes as still being a part of the found footage genre, instead of cutting away to it just felt like more like an ending to a horror movie instead of still being a piece of the found footage genre. But that's a nitpick. This movie was fantastic. It's one of my favorite horror movies that I've seen in a couple years. It just was gripping. The tension was great. The story was great. And this original world that they created, this original late night show, it just all worked for me. And it all felt very authentic, and I just had a really good time watching it. So Late Night with the Devil, I would definitely check it out. There is some language, there's some gore at the end. None of it is particularly convincing, but I also feel like the gore not being particularly convincing fit in with the overall motif of the movie, the time period. It wasn't distracting at all. It felt right. So there is some language, there is some gore, there's no sex or nudity or anything like that. There's some very heavy themes in this movie, death and guilt and things of that nature, but this just really worked for me. So Late Night with the Devil, I enjoyed it. Have you seen it? If you've seen it, let me know what you thought of it in the comments below. While you're down there commenting, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, we'll see you guys later.